Welcome back to the channel. Everyone, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to support our content. Today, we're diving deep into the European Union's push for electric vehicles and the many hurdles it's facing from global competitors and internal challenges. Let's explore the future of EVs in Europe and what it means for the market, businesses, and investors. One, Tesla's dominance and the US threat. One of the major forces shaping Europe's EV landscape is Tesla. The US giant has quickly established itself as the best-selling EV brand in Europe, forcing European manufacturers to rethink their strategies. Tesla's success lies not only in its advanced technology, but also its ability to scale production efficiently and offer competitive prices. As European companies scramble to catch up, Tesla's dominance poses a significant challenge to local automakers. Tesla's rise isn't just about competition. It raises the question: can European companies maintain their place in a market where non-European brands are taking the lead? This has already led to discussions about the future of Europe's own automakers and how they will adapt. 2. China's control over the EV battery supply chain. China's control over the global EV battery market is another major challenge for Europe. Chinese companies supply a large portion of the raw materials and finished products for EV batteries, making the EU vulnerable to external market fluctuations and geopolitical tensions. Europe's reliance on Chinese imports for such critical components puts it in a precarious position. The EU has been taking steps to reduce its dependency on Chinese battery technology by investing in local battery production. However, this is a long-term process, and in the short term, Europe's carmakers are still highly reliant on Chinese suppliers. This dynamic could affect Europe's ability to maintain a competitive edge in the global EV race, especially if China shifts its focus to other markets. 3. Inadequate charging infrastructure. Across Europe, the rapid expansion of EVs is hindered by Europe's underdeveloped charging infrastructure. While large cities are increasingly well-equipped with charging stations, rural areas and smaller towns still lack access to reliable charging facilities. This geographical disparity makes it difficult for everyday drivers, particularly those outside urban centers, to adopt EVs. As the EU pushes for higher EV adoption, addressing the charging infrastructure gap is crucial. If this issue remains unaddressed, it could slow down the adoption of EVs across Europe, especially in more remote regions where charging points are sparse. This would also limit the potential market for European EV manufacturers, stalling progress towards a greener, more sustainable future. 4. Tariffs on Chinese EVs. A double-edged sword in response to the growing dominance of Chinese-made electric vehicles in the European market, the EU has imposed tariffs on Chinese EV imports. The intent is clear: protect local European automakers from being overwhelmed by low-cost, high-quality Chinese vehicles. However, these tariffs are a double-edged sword. While they protect the local industry, they risk escalating trade tensions with China, which could have broader economic repercussions. China is a key player in the global EV supply chain, and any disruption in trade could impact European carmakers, who rely on Chinese-made components like batteries. The EU's tariff strategy, while protective in the short term, could lead to greater challenges if China retaliates or diversifies its trade relationships elsewhere, potentially leaving European companies at a disadvantage. 5. Global competition and Europe's need for a unified strategy. Lastly, Europe must face global competition not just from China and the US, but also from emerging markets. China is already expanding its presence in regions like Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where demand for affordable EVs is growing. Meanwhile, US-based Tesla continues to challenge European brands in Europe itself. The EU needs a cohesive strategy that not only addresses the challenges posed by China and the US, but also ensures European manufacturers can compete globally. This means addressing supply chain issues, investing in local production capacity, and finding ways to overcome internal obstacles, such as infrastructure gaps and high production costs. Without a unified approach, Europe risks falling behind in the global EV race, making it harder for local companies to maintain their position in an increasingly competitive marketplace. That wraps up today's analysis on the challenges facing the EU's EV transition. From Tesla's dominance to the geopolitical tensions with China, Europe's journey toward a greener automotive future is full of hurdles. But addressing these issues head-on could pave the way for Europe to maintain its place in the global automotive market. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more in-depth analyses on key global trends. See you in the next video.